We're Group 6, and for our marketing project, we were given the electric vehicle Nissan Leaf. Our presentation will include the SWOT analysis, Boston Consulting Group, consumer decision-making process, and our global strategies. For the first part of the SWOT analysis, which is strengths and weaknesses, there are 4 categories: product, price, place, and promotion. One of the Nissan Leaf's strengths is the fact that it's one of the first electrical vehicles ever made. A weakness is the longevity of the car, considering that it's powered by battery. Another strength is the fact that you can purchase it everywhere. Nissan is a global car dealership, and you can find one almost in every corner. A weakness is, even though you can get the car anywhere, there aren't enough charging places, which makes the car difficult to drive and be unreliable. Another strength is that the car is affordable for electrical vehicles. A weakness, though, is that electrical vehicles are more expensive than gas-powered vehicles. For the second slide of the SWOT analysis, which is opportunity and threats, it entails 5 different categories, being culture, social, technology, economic, and political. A social opportunity for the Nissan Leaf is the fact that since it's eco-friendly, it's socially acceptable in the community and brings more eco-friendly people to purchase. And a threat can be the fact that not everyone wants to change to an electrical vehicle, and also some people are more inclined to want a traditional gas-powered vehicle. For technology, an opportunity is making the battery last longer, being a more modern car, being more tech-savvy. A threat can be the cybersecurity risks in having it. A political opportunity for having a Nissan Leaf is government incentives. For example, for having a Nissan Leaf, you're able to claim it on your taxes and get money back. A political threat can be that some politicians just can't get with having an electrical vehicle.
And then for the second BCG model, which it's a small chart regarding the 3 different models, the Nissan Leaf, Tesla Model 5, and then the BMW i7. It just goes over the percentages regarding the growth rate and market share, and as well as the types that each car model is, which in this case, the BCG type for all 3 would be regarded as star. And then the growth rate for the Nissan Leaf is approximately 22%. For the Tesla Model 5, it's around 37%. And then for the BMW i7, it's roughly around 28.2%. So clearly the Tesla is the larger growth rate. For the market share, it's the same situation. The Nissan Leaf, approximately 5%, not even. Tesla model is about 20%, and then the BMW, roughly 3%. So the Tesla model i5 seems to have a bigger growth rate and market share as well. What's up, everyone? Today, my name is Fillipo, and today I'm just going over the BCG model for 3 different types of car brands. Our brand, which is the Nissan Leaf, the Tesla brand, and the BMW. Now the BCG is structured into 4 different groups / categories. The first one will be the feature / star, which, as it says in the name, it's the best features in each of the car brand. We also have the dilemmas and questions, which is pretty self-explanatory. That's some of the not so sure positive products of each brand. the cash cows, which is a business or unit that once it's paid for, it's gonna produce steady cash flow over its lifespan. And then lastly, the dead weight slash dogs, which are the kind of the failures of each car brand.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Torre. For step 1 and step 2, stage needs recognition and information search. The first example is the customer wants to switch from a gasoline car to an electric vehicle. The customer feels like the gasoline cars are too expensive. In quote, it states, "I never have to buy gas again. Gas here is 5-10 times more expensive than the electricity I use." For information search, it states, the customer searched online for reviews, called dealerships, and went on test drives for new electric cars. For a second example, for needs recognition, customer wants to upgrade to a newest electricity car. They want the technology to be up to date. In quote, it states, upgrading to get the newest tech features in the car. For information search, the customer asks his friends and family who have electric cars which have the best tech cars on the market. For example 1, the customer wanted a new electric car because of how often she has to pay for gas. Since the prices are very high, paying gas every week is starting to become unaffordable for them, make the new electric car a functional need. For example 2, the customer has a passion for cars and is always looking forward to upgrade their interior designs of the car. This makes getting a new car with a tech a want and making a new car a psychological need. For steps 4 and 5, stage purchase choice and post-purchase, the first example is, after doing lots of research on which electric car to purchase, they went and purchased a Nissan Leaf because it is very spacious and meets their budget. In quote, it states, spacious for passengers and cargo, affordability priced for an EV, comfortable seats. For post-purchase, it states, the customer was very pleased with the new electric car they purchased and left an online review recommending the new car and dealership. For the second example, for purchase choice, it states, after test driving a bunch of tech-savvy cars, the customer decided to purchase a Nissan Leaf EV since the Toyota Prime wasn't in the dealership. It was out of stock. In quote, it states, a few weeks after taking delivery, we got the dreaded, in quote, service EC system unable to start after power off message, end quote. For post-purchase, it states, the new car the customer bought loved all the new tech she has, but kept getting service system errors on the dashboard. It didn't satisfy their needs. For example 1, the customer was trying to decide on what brand they wanted to purchase. After going back and forth on websites weighing the pros and cons of each car and what it fits best for them, since they wanted a car with a good amount of legroom and fair priced car, they decided to go with the Nissan Leaf. They bought the car and was very satisfied with what it is and what it had to offer, so they left great reviews on the site and recommended the cars to others. For example 2, the customer went out and did test drives with new cars and narrowed down the selection to 2 cars. With the Prius Prime not being in stock, they went and purchased a Nissan Leaf because they liked the interior design. After a few months of driving the car broke down and the customers were very unsatisfied with their purchase and didn't recommend this brand to any of their family or friends.
Hello, this is Delsy, and I will be introducing the presentation for Group 6 for the project EV Marketing. Group 6 was assigned Nissan Leaf, the electric vehicle. And in this presentation, we hope you take away the key aspects of what Nissan Leaf offers, as well as what these offers represent in certain countries. Group 6 members are as followed. Delsy Toxtli. For the next section, we are talking about the BRIC countries, specifically Brazil and Russia. The components that we're going to break down today are in 4: social, cultural, economical, infrastructure, and government. So for both Brazil and Russia, the sociocultural meaning is that while not many people in those countries can afford to purchase these vehicles, it is important that they highlight the sustainability that the electric vehicle, or specifically Nissan Leaf, represents. For both Brazil and Russia in economic views, they are both trying to go green. They are trying to reduce CO2 emissions that cars normally produce. For both Brazil and Russia infrastructure, those countries are aiming to provide charging stations, being that electric vehicles require charging and not the typical oil change or the typical gas. As stated in economic factor, they are both trying to promote the green life. And in that's why they're trying to make more charging stations and trying to make it more easy and more affordable to find these stations. For governments in Brazil and Russia, they are both trying to benefit. Both the government is trying to benefit and push people to join the EV, join the revelation of merging into EVs and converting themselves to electric vehicles such as the Nissan Leaf. In Brazil, they are aiming to have technical advancements, and there's sometimes in some articles stated that there are certain tax incentives that they offer in Brazil to help lead their way into an EV lifestyle. While in Russia, there are sometimes more factors into the government wanting to push more people into EVs, such as being able to purchase an EV with a credit of about 35% off discount.